Hey Trailblazers, Michelle Agusty here with my friend Charlene Groet. No one else I would rather be talking trails with today. We are hopefully going to get one in our county sooner rather than later. So Char, I had you a part of this team because we walk together all the time. We're on the roads. You're a runner, marathon runner. How many miles did you used to average a week?
I would average 85 miles a week.
And how would a trail have benefited your marathon training?
Helped me tremendously. I wouldn't have had to worry about two cars meeting at the same place where I am. And I wouldn't have to worry if I was doing speed work. I didn't have to worry about, am I going to step off and twist my ankle when a car's coming? Just a lot of different stuff. It would be tremendous difference.
And what would you say, like, when you were running the roads, was the most dangerous thing you encountered?
A couple of things. Uh, First of all, only 3 times in about 50 years of training did I ever worry about getting bitten by a dog. And one of these was just this week, and it was 2 different times this week by the same dog. So that's one thing. And the other thing is the Murphy's Law: when two cars are going to meet, there's going to be a runner there too. And somebody's got to give, and it's usually the runner.
Right, right. So if we would have had a trail, a bike lane, some sort of path along that road, that would have helped with your safety.
Oh, yes, yes, greatly.
Yeah. Um, can you explain what your job was and how do trails and walking paths relate to public health and what you taught as a teacher and coach?
I always tried to teach my students and also my athletes that the more active you are and the more you do it, that the better you're going to become. When I would use my middle school cross country runner, some of them just came in because their friend was there, never tried running. And I'd say, just give it 2 weeks. It's going to hurt, it's going to be painful, but give it 2 weeks and it's going to get better. So just come every day for 2 weeks and let's see what happens and see if you decide to stay. And another thing, with my students, I would tell them we're going to start out and just run a minute this month at one particular time. And then the next month we would increase it another minute. So we were running 2 and so on. So we would build up from there, where at the end of the year we were running 12 minutes straight, and most of the kids in all the classes were able to do that without stopping to walk or anything else.
Yeah. So really what you taught as a teacher and coach relates to this in terms of fitness, health. It's all kind of in the same
Yes,
wheelhouse. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So why do you think we should prepare for this in Jasper County now?
Because we're going to have a big growth surge, I believe, with people from up north being down here and moving, and they're used to trails and they'll want trails. And if we don't start now, we're just going to have little segments here, there, everywhere, and not a full trail. So it's very important.
What do you think is our biggest hurdle or challenge with um, getting a trail going here?
I think it's the land, getting access to the land, whether it's leased, bought, whatever. We cannot use the rail line in DeMott that goes to Wheatfield and stuff. That is not going to be closed. Uh, even even when NIPSCO closes, that is going to be an active railway. So that is out of the picture. So we have to depend on people coming forward to help us out, the whole community help us out.
Right, right. It is going to be county-wide community effort to make this happen.
Yes, and funding is another. But from federal, there's been a lot of help from the federal government, and Governor Holcomb has released like a second set of next level grants, and he has helped tremendously with the trails in Indiana getting them built.
Yeah, that's super exciting. I think they just said that like this week, right?
Yes.
That there will be another round for that. And how cool that, our state and federal are both in line with that. So this is really bipartisan and a lot of people want it. It's very positive.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's cool. What have you enjoyed about being an active pioneer of this project?
Well, it's kind of an unknown. We spent about a year just can we do this and coming up with routes and then find out we can't use a railroad and so on. So it's kind of the unknown. What can we when can we get this done first of all? And what is it going to take? And it's kind of nice driving on. Ooh, this would be a good place to have a
Right.
trail. Oh, well,
We do that a
yeah,
lot.
yes, we do. And we have our tape
Yeah.
measure in the trunk just in
Right.
case we have to measure. We have,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of been a really great adventure
It
in getting
has.
the whole team too.
Like what is possible.
Yes.
And yeah, like you said,
And our
meeting other
dreams.
people along the way. Yeah, we've met a lot of different
Yes.
people that we normally wouldn't have.
Yes, yes. North Judson people have helped a lot, and just a lot of people have been very willing to reach out to us.
Yeah, even county level that we've gotten to
Yes.
know now, and it's just really cool that our goals and visions align.
And
with
we've
that.
learned a lot more about how our county and town governments work.
Right, right. Yeah, very helpful. All right, so there is this program called Safe Routes to School. That would be something really cool to have for Jasper County. We seen it recently. What are your thoughts on, as a former KV teacher and knowing like emergency plans and stuff? What are your thoughts on a safe route to school in general?
I think it's a wonderful idea. We've talked about connecting perhaps DeMott Elementary and the intermediate school and the middle school and the high school, and then going on to Wheatfield. And we think that would be very good where kids that live close could ride their bikes to school or even walk, or on some days maybe their parents would drop them off. If they live further away, they could drop them off a couple miles away and they could get some nice exercise in before school even starts. And then
Right.
afterwards, especially even if they stay after school, then their parents wouldn't have to come and pick them up. They could ride home on. So Winnemac Trails, they have a wonderful safe routes to schools. They have one street that they made one way, and on the other side, it's painted all green. And that is a safe routes to school. It goes 3 or 4 blocks, I believe, and it ends up at the school complex where all the schools are. And it's really a pretty neat setup that they have. We were just there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. And to see them using it, and yeah, that was awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you, Char, for doing this today. And I enjoy walking with you every day. I know it would benefit us, but not just us. This would benefit anyone in our county, and especially, future generations and students. And yeah,
Even people that think, well, I wouldn't use a trail, they might surprise themselves.
yeah,
We've seen wheelchairs out there, we've seen crutches, we've seen everything, scooters, non-motorized, of course,
right,
but,
right.
and in some cases, there might be if you ride a horse. We might be able to get some uh, areas there for the horses also. So it's really exciting thing about what can be.
Yeah, you're right, though. They have said in areas where just that the option exists, people will eventually be more prone to trying it or using it because
Yes.
it's there.
Yes, yes,
So that's awesome.
yes.
So thanks for being a part of this movement and trying to get this going and being one of our pioneer trailblazers here. Like, I appreciate you so much, like as a friend and on this team. So
Thank you for
Char.
having me.